You know, for fans of the Florida Panthers, this guy is a very, very heavy topic regarding his management efforts with the squad. The drama of the Panthers over the last 5 or 10 years have been well noted. We're not going to go over this, but we're going to talk about this player's hockey career when he was considered a steal in the 1976 draft. He made American hockey history to become the first 30-goal scorer from the States in NHL history, and he also played for Team USA at the World Championships. He had a strong head coaching career before his drama with the Panthers. So today we're going to be talking about probably, again, one of the most underrated draft picks from the 1976 draft, the pride of Lynn, Massachusetts, Tom Rowe. Now, this podcast request comes from our great friend of the channel, Peter Hunt, who mentioned the fact that Tom's efforts on and off the ice should be recognized. I tend to agree. Thank you, Peter. Now, he was selected by the Capitals in the 1976 NHL draft after 3 strong years with the London Knights of the OMJHL, what is pretty well the OHL now. Now, 69 points in his first season, 30 goals, 34 points in 63 games his second season, and then his career with London, 94 points in 60 games. Now, he was London's Rookie of the Year in 74. Now, he was rated the number 17 draft prospect for 1976. Now, although he missed part of the 74-5 season with mono, he eventually recovered and had that great season. Now, at 6 feet, 190, a little bit angry at times. He took a lot of mitts and penalties in junior, and that carried on to the majors. Now, he also attended the great Sir Wilfrid Laurier Secondary School in London as part of his career. Now, he debuted on December 5th, 1976 against Boston. Now, what was kind of ironic here, he scored a goal in his first shift of his first NHL game, which was played in Boston. Now, the goal he was scored against, of all people, Jerry Cheevers at 10:41 in the first period. Now, he became kind of Washington's first high-level goal-scoring threat. He tied the Washington record since broken with goals in 4 consecutive games during the 78 campaign. He also again became the first U.S.-born player to score 30 goals in a season when he achieved this during the Capitals' March 11, 1979 game at Detroit. He set an NHL record since broken for goals in a season by a U.S.-born player with 31 in 79. Now, he missed the end of the 79 season with stretched ligaments in his right knee due to a dirty hit from Dave Farish during Washington's March 28 game versus the Rangers. Now, he set Washington's single-season record since broken for goals by a right winger with 31 and 79. He was also the NHL Player of the Week in March of 79. Now, he tied Washington's single-game record since broken with 4 goals and 6 points versus St. Louis on March 10, 1979. Now, he also tied the Washington record since broken with goals in 5 straight games during the 79 campaign. Unfortunately, injuries were a big part of his early career, as he missed parts of the 80 season with an ankle injury suffered in February 1980 and a hip pointer suffered in March 1980. He was eventually left Washington, skated with Hartford, but was released by Hartford in December of 81. He was eventually signed by Washington as a free agent, but he was released by Washington in August 82. Now, he missed part of the 83 season with a right thigh injury while playing with Detroit, which was suffered during Detroit's October 8, 1982 game at Minnesota. Now, he signed with Edmonton as a restricted free agent on September 29, 1983, but never played for the parent team. Now, he was sent down to the great Moncton Alpines in 84 season, put up some dynamite numbers, 44 points in 50 games. Now, let's just recap his NHL numbers. 3 points in his first season in 12 games. 21 points, 13 goals, 63 games, 78. Then 31, 30, 61, and 79. Now, 1980, again, he shifted from Washington to Hartford, 16 goals that season. Hartford in 81, he had 13. Then 82, he found himself back with the Capitals, only scored 1 goal in 6 games, and back to Detroit in 83 with 16 points in 51 games. Now, like I said, he played 3 games at the Worlds for the United States with no points. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Awards and honors. He was Washington Most Improved Player 1979, co-winner. Again, Washington Goals Leader 79. He was the Hartford Penalty Minutes Leader in 81. Hartford Playoff Goals Leader in 1980 against, of all teams, the Montreal Canadiens. Now, he also he was on the first Hartford Whalers NHL team. He eventually, when he retired, he was named a Hartford Pro Scout in September 93 and remained in that position until June 1995. Now, he was also named Hartford's assistant to the GM in June 91 and remained in that position until September 93. Now, before he went to management, he was named Hartford's part-time radio color commentator prior to the 89-90 season and remained in that position until September 1990. He was again named Hartford's full-time radio color commentator in September 1990 and remained there until June 91. Now, it's a very, very interesting post-career, and we'll get into it in a little bit. Now, he was also a WHA draft pick, number 28 overall by Winnipeg in the second round, 76, but he bypassed the WHA. Now, with the AHL, he was named Lowell's AC prior to the 2002 season and remained in that position until May 6, 2004. He was named Lowell's head coach for 2004, and he remained there for the rest of the season. Now, prior to this, he was named Lowell's executive vice president of hockey operations in June 95 and remained in that position until 98 as the team prepared for the inaugural season. He was named Lowell's GM prior to the 99 season, or first year. He added the title of executive vice president prior to 2001, dropped the executive vice president title, and changed the GM general manager title to director of player personnel title after the 2002 season, and remained that position until May 6, 2004. He became Lowell's GM in 2004 for the remainder of the 2005 season. Now, off the field, he was an avid softball player during his off seasons, and also played on Hartford's charity softball team. Now, on a personal level, he worked in private business from retirement in 84 until he returned to hockey again as that radio commentator in 89. Now, he also played on Hartford's alumni charity hockey team after retirement. Now, he's best known for us in the media for a very interesting incident. Of all people, he was suspended 10 games by the AHL for his role in a bench-clearing brawl during Lowell's December 11, 2004 game at Norfolk. He started the brawl with Norfolk's coach, of all people, Trent Yawney, who probably couldn't battle his way out of a paper bag. They both started the brawl by challenging each other to fight on the benches. Interesting. Now, again, talk about his transaction history. Washington traded Rowe to Hartford in exchange for the great Alan Hangs-Lehman, which we've done a podcast here before, on January 7, 1980. Washington got Rowe back when he signed with the Capitals as a free agent on January 31st, 82. He was released at the end of the 82 season and again signed with Detroit as a free agent in August of 1982. Now, the background of more of his coaching thing. He became an assistant coach of the Carolina Hurricanes from 2008 to 2011. He had previously coached the Albany River Rats and Lowell Lock Monsters. Now, he did find his name on the Stanley Cup with the Hurricanes in 2006 as part of the management team. Now, on April 9, 2012, he was announced as the new head coach of the hockey club Lokomotiv Yaroslav. However, on November 9, 2013, he was announced as the new head coach of the San Antonio Rampage, the AHL affiliate for the Panthers. Now, in 2015, when the Panthers relocated their AHL affiliation to Portland, Maine, he became head coach of the Portland Pirates. Now, during the first season with the Pirates, he left the team mid-season when he was promoted by the Panthers to take up a position as the associate GM on January 1st, 2016. Now, on November 27, 2016, he fired head coach Gerald Gallant and took over as head coach. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. The Panthers fans never really had a shine to him, and he was demoted from his role of head coach on April 10, 2017, but stayed with the Panthers organization as an advisor to President and General Manager Dale Talon. So, again, a lot of lives in hockey. Record with Florida 2017. He didn't make the playoffs. Ended up in these 60 games, 24, 26, and 10. Again, 58 points. Now, final NHL totals. Very, very strong. 185 points in 357 games. 85 goals, 100 assists for 185 points. And again, 2 goals in the playoffs for Hartford against Montreal in 1980. Now, AHL totals, again, significant. 85 goals, 151 points, 179 games. Now, in the AHL, he played with Springfield, Binghamton, Hershey, Adirondack, and of course the great Moncton Alpines. He was a fan favorite of Moncton a lot of years because a lot of players from Massachusetts playing in the Maritimes had a lot of relatives and supporters through their NCAA and CIS connections. And, I think it's significant to score goals and be as rugged as he was. But I mean, no offense. Him and Trent Yondy in the fight, I wouldn't pay to see that because Trent, he couldn't, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, Trent, sometimes. Anyway, he's a nice guy, but, Anyway, so you like what we're doing here? Thank you, Peter, for this. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe. Requests like Peter's are always recognized and respected. You got to understand, every person we're covering here is a hometown hero to somebody. So if you know of an NHL, AHL, WHA, minor pro, hometown hero we'd like to cover so that more recognition could come in, please do so. But this is very significant. Like I said, he paved the way for the great American players of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s and 2010s. 30 goals for Washington literally was 1/8, I think it was 1/8 of their power system. That's pretty significant. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.